What we really need to know now is, where are all you goofy dudes who were talking about weightlifter, who were talking about chinless, who were talking about, oh AJ, I'm not so sure, and oh, I've been in boxing for 30 years and I'm not so sure, AJ's a big hype job and AJ's no good and AJ's this, AJ's that, oh Ruiz, fast hands, oh yeah, Ruiz the most powerful thing since sliced bread, AJ's chinless. AJ's mindset. You got Hatman talking about, oh, I'm not sure about AJ's mindset. I'm not sure if he's got it in his mind. I'm a YouTube don, but I'm talking about an elite athlete's mindset. Oh, I'm not sure about his mindset. What's going on now then? What have people got to say? That's what we need to know. We need to know. Yeah? Let's not be jumping on the bandwagons, and that's another thing as well. The people that haven't flip-flopped and jumped back on the bandwagon, you've got a small subset of people saying, oh, that was boring. You man weren't worrying about boring. You were saying he was getting knocked out. Why didn't he get knocked out by Ruiz tonight? Why wasn't he chinless? I'm not being funny. If he's a chinless weightlifter, why didn't Ruiz just march forward and throw combinations? Yeah, they were in a ring. By the way, they were in a ring. AJ's got no cardio. He's got no chin. He's got no nothing. He's a big weightlifter. What was Ruiz doing the whole night then? Apart from getting matadored. He got schooled in there. He got his quant jab right in for him, yeah? As far as quants go, Ruiz's got pushed in. No doubt. That's what happened to Ruiz tonight. And you got these goofy people like Tony Bell, you coming out saying, oh yeah, I know there'll be quite a lot of fans who are going to be disappointed by this, but you've got to, I know there's quite a lot of fans who wanted to see a knockout, but you've got to realise, Tony, you're the only person thinking that. You and a few Fury fans are saying that. In fact, you and a few goofy other Andy Ruiz fans are saying that. Yeah? Same as, I remember when Floyd Mayweather schooled Canelo. They were saying, oh, why not fight? Why not fight? Why not fight? You're in a ring. Do your thing, big man. Do your thing. You're a big heavyweight. Do your thing. Ruiz could have tucked his chin down and marched forward. He didn't want to do that. He didn't really want to get stuck in because AJ's jab was, his cunt was getting filled in. Simple as that, to be honest with you. That's the long and the short of it. Tonight is a tale of a matador and a bull. No doubt. I'm surprised as well. I've got to give credit to, I know I've been critical of Rob McCracken, but, I know I've been critical of Rob McCracken, but I will admit a number of things. Number one, they've pulled it off. However, no, they did bring more people into the team. I will say that. And also, a key other element was the weight. They got the weight down, and they're two elements. Whilst I will give credit to McCracken, I do think that not that my words affected AJ. I'm saying that the fact they brought the weight down, the fact they brought different people into the camp, ultimately led to that performance, in my opinion. But that said, either way, however it's got there, it happened. So full credit to McCracken. He performed better than I didn't think he had that in him, to be honest with you. But now what will be interesting is seeing AJ. I've said myself, I think AJ isn't even close to his final form yet. In as much as we've just seen how versatile the boy is. Yeah. He's in there, he's proven he can out Tyson Fury. He's better than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's in there with Otto Wallin going 50-50. Imagine what Andy Ruiz would have done to Tyson Fury. Just imagine it. Just imagine 2-3 months ago what Andy Ruiz would have done to Tyson Fury. AJ's in there, treated Andy Ruiz like a child in there. Yeah? I've heard some reports that Andy Ruiz is looking to change his name to Andy Joshua because AJ's his dad now, essentially. That's what he said. I'm telling you now, I've heard reports. I've heard an interview, an exclusive interview, where Andy Ruiz, after the fight, says, oh, I'm thinking about changing my name to Andy Joshua. And the interviewer says to him, why? And he goes, oh, well, because clearly, didn't you watch the fight? Anthony Joshua's my daddy. That's what he had there. He admitted it. He confessed Anthony Joshua is Andy Ruiz's daddy now. Owned him. He had nothing to offer. And after the fight, he comes in with all these goofy excuses. But you know what? Let's not even go into that now because I'm going to dedicate individual videos to them. Because scarily enough, what was it? 24 hours ago, I put a video out telling you lot, Andy Ruiz is begging for a third fight. He knew the gig was up. And I've got to be honest, throughout these last few weeks, looking at AJ, I wasn't really massively sold on the confidence. However, seeing... Yes, don't get me wrong, there was a few bits, like he said a few things about bowing down and whatnot, there was a few bits which obviously increased confidence, but seeing how he walked out and how his presence on his walkout, he walked out, he literally swaggered out, he strolled out of the changing room, or on the ring walk, he strolled out, chest in the air. He looked massive, and in the ring, he was just massive in there. A presence. There weren't no hanging on the ropes and having his neck massaged. He came out and he didn't take his eyes off of the other corner. He looked huge in there. And that's not me just trying to make up things. He did look huge in there. And I actually wrote down in my notes, no word of a lie, I wrote down, and this isn't me going back and writing it down. At the time, I wrote down, looks on it, menacing. Chest raised, chin up, very confident AJ. And I also wrote this down for Ruiz. Ruiz looks like it's all on top of him. And that's what I wrote down. And to be fair to Ruiz, he didn't actually perform like it was all on top of him, but he just got shut out by an extremely elite athlete. And as I was about to say, what's going to be interesting going forward is to see AJ put it all together. Coming off that kind of loss, and to be fair, obviously AJ and his team, they knew there was something anomalous wrong on June 1st. That's why they was obviously so confident and whatnot. But still, after coming off that kind of loss, he would have had a level of question still. And that's what a normal man would do. But AJ is not a normal man. He's one of these ultra elite athletes. And I've been calling it. No one else weren't saying squat about it. Hatman's trying to jump on the bandwagon now saying, oh yeah, these individuals are different. After I've said it, yeah, let's get it right. Hatman talking about how, oh, we're not sure about his mindset. I'm not sure he's got it in him. Oh, I'm not sure, yeah, he doesn't want to fight Wilder. Where was that then? Where was all them goofy questions about tonight? He went out there, and in the ring, the performance, the difference is, it was a truly menacing performance. Yes, it was more boxy than I expected, but still, it was menacing. You saw he was having fun in there. He was enjoying his work, and that's what a key thing which I took from, well, after June 1st I've been talking about. I want to see AJ enjoying his work, and that's what we got, and that's how dangerous he can be. And we didn't even see the other side of him, in as much as he showed us that he can outbox the boxers, or he can outbox the best boxers in the world. And that's not even his strength. See what I mean? Meaning that it's going to be dangerous to see how great AJ can be when he puts it all together, when he puts the boxing stuff together with the inside fighting. Tonight, we did see a few spurts of it, but ultimately, he didn't need to. All he had to do was beat Ruiz tonight, and they were happy to get the 12 rounds in. Now, when a third fight happens, me personally, I want to see him go for the stoppage, or at least bust Ruiz up, make Ruiz jack in the corner. And off that performance tonight, after seeing that performance, I can easily see how Ruiz quits. Because AJ wasn't even blowing. And that's another thing I've got to give credit for. AJ has had questions about his cardio in the past. But bringing the weight down, and the other thing, that's another thing I mentioned about the training. I'm the one who, not that he listened to me, I'm just saying, I have mentioned in the past that all this cycling, all this running, all this goofy stuff, no good. Box, you must box. And then AJ said himself that he's not doing as much of this goofy cross-training stuff, and he's spending more time in a boxing gym. And lo and behold, what happens? He got in there, wasn't even tired. He went 12 rounds at a good tick, at a good pace, and a lot of backpedaling as well, which is even more tiring. And he wasn't even sweating. His face was bone dry at one point, completely bone dry, no sweat, no gas. And that's from a man who historically has had had cardio questions. An amazing training performance, an amazing camp, and an amazing performance of dominance and confidence. That's the man I know in there. That's the man, I don't know him obviously, but that's the man that I've put on a pedestal. And I feel, my ego feels, what's the word? All this time I've been called, oh, you're a fanboy. And I really, genuinely speaking, when I say these things, I'm not actually joking. I'm not actually trying to be a fanboy. I genuinely believe him. I believe AJ is a superior athlete. And tonight, against all the odds, he's proved. And he wasn't, the way at the end of the fight, he stood there with his arms crossed and his chest pumped out. And that he wasn't even surprised by this. And actually, he said this in the pre-fight build-up. He said, listen, when I beat Ruiz, I'm not even going to be shocked. And this isn't even a thing to me. You man have built it up to be something it's not. And that there shows you the caliber of the man. He's truly different. Ruiz, on the other hand, he gets a little taste. He gets a small percentage of the fame and accolades AJ's had over his career, and he completely loses all discipline. Yeah, blows up 30 pounds. Ain't been training. After the fight, he said, "Oh, I haven't really been training. I haven't committed myself." What's wrong with these individuals? That there shows you the difference in class. AJ, no matter what, yes, he took a little blip in the first fight, but still, that was after years, by the way, years of being at the top. Not after his first win, he's losing all composure. And now, and I said it after June 1st, but this loss, At the time, I said this loss might be exactly what AJ needed, and now having seen that fight, it was exactly what was needed, and I'm so glad. And this is why I've talked about us lot being, or I've talked about this generation of boxing being on AJ's timeline, and this has confirmed it to me, because he didn't lose to Wilder, he didn't lose to Fury, he lost to Ruiz, meaning that I think this was the best thing to happen. Lose to Ruiz, and that then prepared him. God's put him in the right place to whoop on Wilder and to whoop on Fury. Yeah, if he lost to Wilder the first time, then the argument would be that we're on Wilder's timeline. But how things have played out now, I'm even more confident. I was confident before, but I'm certain now we are all operating on AJ's timeline. Not to make out he's bigger than God or whatever. I'm just saying that's how it's going to go. Unfortunately, for heavyweight boxing, he's the man in the division once again. And the scary thing is, he didn't even show us his best attributes tonight. And still, he won every round, more or less. Maybe I'll give one or two. I'll give one or two sympathy rounds to Ruiz. Boxed his head clean off. No one had nothing to offer. Ruiz had nothing to offer. He was begging for it. He was begging to stand still for AJ to stand there like a heavy bag. He couldn't do it. And that's the great thing about fighting. And that's what Floyd Mayweather's always said. I'm in a ring at the end of the day. If you want to get on top of me, get on top of me. Run forward. And AJ's power is dangerous. And the great thing was as well, he mixed it up. He didn't mix it up massively, but Fury, you don't never see him throw no shots. AJ threw quite a few right hands and put a few hooks on the end as well, and we just completely shut Ruiz out. Cut Ruiz with a big right hand. Beautiful performance, a shocking performance actually. I didn't believe. Well, tell a lie. At 237, I felt more confident he could outbox AJ. Outbox Ruiz. I said that last night, but I didn't expect that kind of performance. That there, I'm trying to think. He was fainting. He just looked like he looked better than Fury in there. I'm not being funny. He looked better than Fury in there, and everyone rants and raves about Fury, and Fury hasn't got the other side of things. AJ's got the power, the tenacity, the confidence, and he's got it all. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to people. This is worrying. I'm scared now for the division. Before, I'll be honest, I did look at AJ a bit not one-dimensional, it was a great dimension to have. But that's the way I viewed AJ. But now I'm stepping back and I'm thinking, he can literally do it all. He really is. I've been talking about him being an elite athlete, a genetic specimen, but that is, I didn't even appreciate to the extent he is. He can literally do it all. We've just seen him go 12 rounds on the back foot, and Ruiz couldn't get close to him. Do you understand that? I'm not being funny. In boxing, we haven't seen an individual in the ring like AJ before. Ali, in fact, let me not make comparisons like that. AJ's in his own little realm, but I'm just saying that I think he has the possibility to go down as the all-time great, in my opinion, if he carries on this way. Because other all-time greats, they couldn't do it all. They couldn't mix it up on the inside and do the outside. Most of them were quite one-dimensional. Like, quite a few of them, the ones who are good on the outside don't have no power. The ones who are good on the inside, like Mike Tyson, they couldn't go backwards. We've just seen AJ go backwards. But anyway, that's my review of this fight. Perfect performance. We can't ask for more than that. And I'm just so glad to see that I wasn't wrong. I'm so glad to see that he's back. I was worried. I was thinking, have I been... I started doubting myself. Am I delusional here? Am I losing it? I'm so glad that we're back. We can wash off the last 6 months and we can crack on going forward now. I don't have to worry about... We can sleep easy now. After June 1st, my man couldn't sleep. That's stressing my brain. You know what I mean? One of them ones there. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure. Things just didn't feel right. Now, the universe has been rebalanced. Everything makes sense again. Yeah? Back to normal. Anyway, and the last thing I'll say is, yeah, what got me the most gassed is the oozing confidence in there. He was smiling. When he got hit, he smiled. When he hit Ruiz, he smiled. When he got, you know what I mean? It was beautiful to see that dominance and confidence in there. And Ruiz weren't really smiling back. Ruiz weren't having fun in there, having his cunt jabbed right in for him. He weren't enjoying that. And I remember, actually, the last thing on that note is that when, I think it was the end of the 5th round, when AJ got hit with a bit of a shot, and the crowd started cheering, and AJ, rather than walk straight back to his corner, he stood in the middle of the ring and he put his hands in the air as if to say, what? What's everyone shouting for? Didn't do anything. And that there, compare that to June 1st. June 1st, just, yeah, it was obviously concussed or whatever, or cloned. But this one, and the minute I saw that, or obviously after the walkout, I knew that he was back on it. But still, after seeing that, I thought, yeah, this is the guy. That's the guy. You know what I mean? That's my guy in there. But yeah, I'm gassed, man. Well happy for him. Have a good night. I wish I was, after seeing it, I wish I was there, man. But anyway, not that I'd be with him, but I'm just saying, I wish I was in the mix, kind of thing. But let me know what you guys think. Last thing I'll say is, big love to my dog Carluccio, my original Sicilian Don, for supporting me on the Patreon. Anyone else who wants to see exclusive content, exclusive YB live streams, come through, support your boy, sponsor your boy, charity case your boy, patreon.com/the YB, and I'll catch you, man, in a bit. Respect.